Right, so this question here is parabola, page 114 of your textbooks at the bottom. So this parabola is probably a little bit different from what we've seen before. This one's upside down in comparison to the ones I suppose that you've practiced on the previous page, which is kind of an N shape. I suppose we're doing a U shape parabolic curve here. Alright, so main dimensions here, guys, are the overall width of it here is 150, 160. So looking back on our previous videos, we're just going to split the rectangle, the overall size, which I have here 150 by 160. I'm going to split that obviously into a left and a right. Okay, so it's always good to keep in mind as well that common sense prevails there, just in case if you started off and you started drawing, and I suppose an N-shaped parabola. Keep in mind whenever you're doing a U-shaped one. So some of the measurements, so it's 75 from here to here and 160, so we have to divide it up. I'm going to divide it into 5 equal spaces, so 75 divided by 5 is 15, so I'm going to space it into 15 there. So I'm just going to do the left hand side first. Try and keep these lines light, lads, because there's a little bit of a extra element to this question at the end. It's just important to try and keep these lines light as best as you can. Okay, so dividing up the height then, 5 into 160, you have 32 each time. Alright, so you can use your calculator there, or you can just use your long division, whatever way you want. So sometimes what I like to do is, here's our points going down, or sometimes I like to label them. So I'm just going to very small, lightly label them. So I'm going to label the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these lines here. You can label them at the bottom as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this one here is 5. Otherwise known, this is the point is known as the vertex either. Okay? So I'm just going to put a V here, but it's also point number 5. Alright, so also on the side 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so what we need to do then, obviously, is join all our points on the side down to the vertex as we did in our previous questions. Okay, so first point of the curve is here, where 1 meets 1, 2 meets 2, where 3 meets 3, where 4 meets 4, and obviously where 5, that's going to be the vertex. So sketching that. Okay, you can heavy it in towards the end. So that's that first bit done. So nice, try and keep a nice smooth curve working down the whole way down. Okay, so you need to flip this, I suppose, across to the other side. A couple of things you can do. I'm just going to repeat the process again, to be honest, just so for extra practice. You could mirror each one of these points across if you want to, but I'm just going to continue by measuring the points across. 15 spaces here. So I'm just using my T-square here to project these lines across, saving measuring off 32 each time again, just You can transfer them across or just tick them across like I've done. I'm just using a colour pencil here so you can just see the constructions I'm doing here. So obviously we're in number 1, meets our number 1 line. And you'll see that this should line up with all the other points as well. Number 2 is meeting the number 2 point here, which is here. And number 3 is meeting the 3rd line here, which is here. And number 4 is meeting the number 4 line here. Creates a point there. So try and keep your curve best you can. Nice rounded at the bottom here. Okay, so there's the main point in our curve that we have for the question. Now, next part, the main piece of the parabola drawn. Next part we have is this divided into a certain amount of sections. So let's look at this, the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 the whole way across. 150 divided by 8 does not go in equally. So this, I suppose, goes back into, I suppose, another part of our course here that we just did in the last couple of weeks. So dividing this line here into 8 equal parts. We have it divided into 10 here, which we don't need to look at anymore. So 8 equal parts. If you're unsure about this, dividing a line into any amount of equal parts, look back on the previous videos that we sent you. But this is 8, I measured out 8 equal parts. So join this back to the start point. So then you get yourself a set square. As you can see, the middle one should pass at the centre point there, which it does, so it kind of just backs up and confirms some of the accuracy for me. Right. These lines you can draw in heavy if you wish, down to the curve. I'll draw mine in heavy, so setting it over again. Curve there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 shells. This was horizontally going in over this height. So that's 20 millimeters. That will divide out. Our overall height is 160. So that divides nice and easy 8 into that. So that's 20 each. So 20, 40, 60. just finish off, go around the curve. You can even take the drawing sheet off for this if you want, for just finishing off the curve. You could actually probably do this, if I was doing this again, I probably would do this curve in heavy first, and just see, probably a bit easier to see where these horizontal lines stop, and the vertical ones of course. Okay, so one final line then there along the top. So have a go with that, a little bit of work in that. As I said, have a go, it's a nice revision question, let's see how you get on.